Okay, this is our organic potted trees. We have Fujis and Galas, 2 trees in one, and we've got them on a dwarfing rootstock, and we've been growing them here for approximately 5 years. And what I want to show you today is actually I'm going to pull a tree out here, and I'm going to show you what we want to do when the tree is in bloom. And what we like to do is come in and pinch off there's usually 5 flowers and a king bloom. The king bloom is the center one. Now we had some frost injury here, and you can see these buds are dead from the frost. See how they're brown in there? And if we would pinch them in half, they're brown inside there. It's hard to see without a scope. But what we want to do is come in and take the majority of the flowers off. And the reason we do this is so that the flowers get big. Here's a couple of little buds that died from a very early frost. They didn't even come out and bloom. But what we'll do is come down and thin this to 1 flower. Watch the bees. Can't have apples without the bees. And again, we want to make sure when we take them off that we leave the new growth. And if you look here, you can see we have our flowers coming out, and here's our new growth. We don't want to accidentally pinch that. Just take it right down to 1. Here's our king bloom right here. You can see the petals are gone, and you can see that the side blooms are all there. And in this situation, we're going to come in and leave the king bloom. Also on the ends, you should always, unless it's the only fruit on a limb, if you've got other fruits here, you may want to always take off the end fruit. Oops, I want to show you what I just did, and I would be fired for that. You do not want to break off the spur. Again, now looking at this bud right here, it tells me a couple of things. These sepals are pointing down. That means that this bud probably did not set. Maybe it had early frost injury, or it just doesn't look like it's going to set. I'll try to find a... It's almost a couple days too early to tell if the fruit is set. Oops. Here's a bee working right here. You can get an idea. The bee comes in and gets pollen from one of the other varieties and comes in and gets it on our pollinating part. So without that bee right there, it wouldn't happen. See a bee. Go pollinate some more fruit. Well, you know, you can see this is a pretty tedious job, and I'm not a guy that likes to do tedious jobs. So we'll have our crew. You scan over, you'll see 2 of my workers right there. These are the guys that take care of the plants. That's Juan and Alberto. They've done an excellent job getting these trees growing good. And so with that kind of shows you how to blossom thin. If you have any questions, let me know, and happy apple growing.